Friday and it's time for the Twisted News Roundup. The big news is that we have some new bases coming soon. If you're in the club, you will be getting your package any day now, probably in the next day or two. They're already in the mail and out the door to you, and you will have 2 new samples in your box. One for a yarn we are calling Happy. It's Happy yarn, and the other for a yarn we are calling Dazzle. You have already received in your previous package a sample of a yarn we are calling Svelte, and many of you have already knit with and have enjoyed our new base called Zaftig. All of these are available right now on our website in the form of a sample pack. You get 1 sample each on all of the 4 different bases. And if you use the coupon code Good Morning Twisties, that will be in the newsletter as well. If you use that coupon code, you will get a free sample pack through July 1st, 2020. Period. After that time, you can still get it. It'll still be available. It'll just be an $8 charge for the 4 samples for you to try out and play with until we get them up on the site for full release. That will happen after the club members have had a good week, at least, to have the exclusive pre-ordering time to order whatever they want on those bases for club colorways. We'll then open it up for everybody, and they will be available on all of our different colorways. Pretty exciting news. Let me just give you a quick rundown of the 4 of those bases. Dazzle is a DK weight yarn. It is plump, it is fat, it is beautiful. It is a 75% superwash merino, 15% cashmere, 10% stellina yarn. Again, it's a DK weight, so it's nice and fat. Stellina is that nylon fiber that you have that you've seen before. We have it in our Glamour base. It's a nylon fiber. It's non-metallic. It's shiny. You get the bling. You get the cashmere and sparkle. Yes, that's the answer. We love it. It is a DK weight and it's fabulous. The next one is called Svelte. Svelte is a silk blend, but guess what? It is also a cashmere blend. That's right. Svelte is a 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% silk fingering weight base. It is Zaftig's little sister, so to speak. It is fingering weight yarn, whereas Zaftig, which is the same base and also included in the sample pack, is 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% silk worsted weight. So 2 sides of the same coin. Soft, soft, soft. Svelte is very light. It is very airy. It is very flowy. The drape that you get from Svelte is a very soft, very open kind of a yarn. It's gorgeous. And Zaftig is very round. The twist on it is amazingly tight, which gives amazing stitch definition. It's a little heavier, not just in the weight, but also in like the heft, the weight of the hand is what they call it. When you feel that yarn, it's a little bit heavier, and it makes just for a very beautifully draped shawl or sweater or whatever you want to make out of it. Zaftig's a great sweater yarn, y'all. If you live in a colder climate, Zaftig is going to be a beautiful sweater. Soft, 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 warm, warm, warm. You get all 3 of your insulators in that kind of yarn. Very cool. And then the third one is Happy. Happy is 100% superwash merino. It is a sport weight. It is kind of like the perfect sweater yarn. 100% merino, very vibrant, very soft. The first time I felt it, I thought it was cashmere. It's just delicious. It makes me happy whenever I look at it, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with this yarn. Happy. The color on it's just really pow. What other kinds of things have we got going on? Well, we have just got new, all kinds of things happening. We're working on getting the My Neighbor colorway up on the site. I've got the dyers right now, Meg and Fawn, are dyeing up a photo set so we can get those pictures taken. Since all of our yarn shows for the full year have been canceled, we decided that it needed to go up on the site so everybody can get a shot at getting this beautiful yarn. I love the sentiment, My Neighbor. It's kind of a nod to Mr. Rogers, one of my very favorite human beings of all time. But in this climate that we are in right now politically, I really think back to those shows when I was a kid, watching him and watching Mr. Rogers and knowing that he truly believed every single person should be neighborly, should be kind, should be outgoingly inviting, and I truly believe that in his message, and the fact that we have the My Neighbor colorway as our colorway of the year, it just makes me happy. And I want to share that happiness with everybody. So I'm really excited about getting that up. Give us a couple weeks on that. We have to get the pictures taken. I have to get the listings made and have it applied to all of the different yarn bases. Oh, that means you can get it on a new yarn base. I just realized that. That's pretty cool. But that's gonna take me a little time to get that all put together. So give me a couple weeks, but it is coming. Yay. Two final things to talk about. We've got the limited release colorways. That's still something we are talking about and thinking about and working on. Meg has got a number of formulas that she has gone through to see which ones are going to work. We still need some recommendations from you guys. Head over to Ravelry. There's a link below and one in the website to follow. Head over to Ravelry and place your vote. Tell us what you want to see, and we will test them and then get them on board so we can do another limited time release for those colorways. And good news, you get to get them on the new bases. Yay! I'm a little excited about the new bases. And finally, we have put up on the website the penny candy, which was so popular during our ready to ship sales. The penny candies are just these tiny little skeins. We sell them at 8 cents per gram. So you can get 100 grams, which is the equivalent amount of yarn as a medium cake of an evolution, or 100 gram skein like a grand. Or you can get 2 grams. I mean, you can get however many you want. You type in the quantity as the number of grams you want, and we will just grab a handful, plop it into a bag, and put it in the mail to you. They're great to add on to projects. They are, I always ask people when we're at shows, what do you actually use these for? I've gotten some pretty interesting answers. This one lady told me that her husband wears hats, toques, all the time, but he likes a solid hat, and she doesn't like to knit a solid hat, so she knits him a solid hat and then puts them around the brim, so it's a solid hat with just a tiny little pop of color, and that works for her husband. He likes those. People use them for sock bands, heel toes, as stripes. They do those little puff blankets. I can't remember, beekeeper's quilts, these little puffs, and they're great for mitered squares. They're great for swatching. They're just fun. They're just super duper fun. So those are up on the site right now. There'll be a link in the newsletter and below. All right, I think that's it, you guys. There's a lot of twisted news this week. Thanks for joining me. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.